Alright, what is up guys? Venom Player here. Just want to go over some account stuff today, go over a few things, account progress, and really kind of what we are looking for in the future down the road. Right, so right now, we got unfortunately last night I was not able to record a video. I was able to pull up my account on my phone here to do the daily, so we at least didn't miss a day. But we were able to get this middle piece here on Jedi Knight Revan. So making good progress on him. We come over here. You can see that we have uh, almost done with this piece. This piece is going to take us a few days. And this piece is actually almost there. We're just waiting on these. So that's where we are putting our normal energy towards, is getting that finisher done. But I want to talk about the direction of this account and some thoughts kind of going through my head right now. There's nothing really kind of definitive, but this is just kind of me thinking on the fly, right? So we're a 2.5 million GP account, and they have recently added the TIE Defender to the list of fleets, particularly for the Empire, right? Whew. Man, do I want to get those GG nodes or shards. You want to talk about tempting? There is some temptation right there, right? But what was I gonna say? So, or even to finish like the executrix, so I can fish a couple of fleet things. Man, that was all just, it's all really nice. So currently, CLS team is almost done. We're working on our relics for Chupio. Following that, we're going to be doing our relics for the Jedi Knight Revan squad. And after that, we're going to go into General Grievous, and then we go right into Star Killer. Right, Star Killer, we're just going to go into Profundity, but we're also going to be trying to chase the dropping our crystals right there. Also trying to chase Jedi Knight Revan, or not Jedi Knight Revan, Darth Revan. Right, but we come over here to the journey guide, and this is where some of my concerns start to lie. So we need Star Killer because we need to stabilize this account, right? I would like to be contributing more in terms of light side geo. We have our CLS team that does pretty well, but it's not, as we saw this week, we're able to push into getting 2 to 3 waves per phase. But I really want to try and get that number up, right? So we're going to try and get our Mon Mothma team running as well. I'd like to get CLS for this, or not CLS, sorry, C3PO. But as it stands right now, this is where we're going, right? And chasing Star Killer, and the way we are doing it, we will be chasing about 27 relics between so the current farms being Giant Knight Revan, still need to do them, get them all to Relic 5. General Grievous, get all of them to Relic 5. We're going to have the Mon Mothma Rebel Fighters, or Rebel Pilots, I should say, which will also help our Rebel fleet, hopefully make them a bit more of a competitive fleet, right? So we're going to have them. We're going to have our Empire squad with Mara Jade, and we are going to have our Darth Treya / Talon Sith team, right? And then we're going to get Dash Up, right? Whether I don't think we exactly have room right now in our hard node farms to get the prepared squad at the moment. because we're too busy chasing this and then moving down to this. So we're looking at about 28 relics because after we finish that, so Dashrandar is going to be the 26th relic. 28 is Mr. Starkiller himself right here, and then Visasmar will be 28. And then actually 29 will be once we get Juhani. So we're looking at about 29 relics right now before we even touch this journey right here. And who all do we need for this, right? So we need some ships, we need some characters. Mon Mothma, alright, cross it off. Biston, we're crossing that off. Outrider, we're working on that right now. So that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 relics. So that's not bad. So by the end of the year, we're looking at about 32 relics. Plus, if we bring the Darth Revan squad up to relics, which will be another 5 if you include Malik, that's going to bring us up to 38. So we are shooting for 38 relics by the end of the year. We are 4 weeks in out of 52. So that's a little under 1 relic a week, right? Provided no breaks taken whatsoever. I think we can do it, but as you guys saw, I went and purchased some arrow magnifiers here out of the weekly shipments, right? So I went way down here to get some arrow magnifiers. Let's go check on our progress because we need them for Cassian and Admiral Radis, right? To even qualify for the Radis, right? And I want to get stocked up on those as early as possible, and then we can, run with whatever we want, right? So coming way down here, almost there. Whoops. Impulse arrow magnifier. So we have 30. So we have 1.5 relics, relic 8s right now. We need 3. And then we're going to need to get some of these droid brains as well, which I forget for relic 9 if you need 10 of these or 20 of these, but we're going to need some. So we need 60 of these. We need 10 to 20 of these. So we got a lot of purchases to go. So we really need to be on top of our fleet arena and on top of our GEC, right? So hopefully by the end of the year, that's where we'll be. But, so we come back here to the journey guide. So we're looking at 33, 38 once you throw in the Darth Revan squad, right? But when we're looking at this, we're also only looking at the requirements themselves. We have 2 more characters we're going to want to get to relics for the Admiral Radis squad, which Biston will be a part of, right? So we're going to want to move him in to that squad since he is part of the Rogue One squad. We're also going to want to add K2. Mon Mothma will do okay with our Rebel pilots for the time being, plus Cal Katarn. So it's gonna be like Biggs, gonna be Kyle, it'll be Wedge, and that's 3 of them right there. You just need to slot in 1 more, which I think for the time being, it's really kind of a tough one to choose, but I think it'll just probably have to be a low gear character, to be honest, because here's where I see our next steps after this. So finish Profundity by the end of this year, right? we don't know what's going to happen this year. A lot could change. We could end up finishing Star Killer, and the fleet meta completely gone, right? Completely changes. Profundity Executor no longer, top tier fleets, right? Heck, I think end of last year we got rumors of Darth Nihilus getting his capital ship, which I'm not going to plan on until I see something concrete. But what we have been seeing concrete is um, the Empire. So, knowing that, I think we chase the Executor. And some of you guys might be wondering, okay, well, why the heck would you chase the Executor if you want to go Empire, right? And it has to do with the requirements, right? You are required to have 3 Empire ships going into the Executor event. Imperial TIE Bomber, whoops, the TIE Advanced, and in addition to that, the TIE Fighter, the regular one, right? And those are your required ships going into it, right? In addition to your, so you need this guy too, right? You need them all at Relics. So that being said, I think we go for him, which is the start of an Empire fleet, right? In addition to that, we have the TIE Defender right here, right? And then if we pull up, let's see, come down here a little bit, go Empire. All right, we have these 3 right here. We can get Gauntlet started right now. TIE Advanced is almost unlocked, right? TIE Interceptor is a great one. We need the Scythe, and then per shuttle. So I think following that, I think that I think a lot of people are gonna hate me for saying this, but I think we have to build Inquisitors. They are just becoming a very big part of the game. They have their own assault battle. They're needing Rise of the Empire. You know, so we have to build 2 things. I think going into next year, or after we finish Profundity. If we can finish it sooner, great, right? Like if we can push through and get Profundity by middle of this year somehow, I'm sure I'll spend a little money on the account every now and then, throw some crystals, unlock this, push us past that kind of deal, right? I'm sure we could somehow find we ourselves, possibly doing it before December or January of next year, right? That being said, if not a lot has changed in terms of fleets, we are hard balls to the walls on Inquisitors, Imperial Troopers. I'd like to get Iden's ship, Iden up for her ship. I know we're expecting a nerf to this ship. I'm not going to put any of this on because, like I said, we're still working on Profundity in our Rebel fleet. But I think that is where our next energy will go. I have really, really high hopes for the quote unquote new BAM squad because I want to build a BAM squad with BAM, Queel, IG-11, Hondo, and then a fill in the blank 5th. And I think, excuse me, I think that Scoundrel Squad could do a lot of work. Particularly having Hondo in there, great. I think it could be a pretty solid GAC defense squad. That'd be a little hard to work around without two-shotting because of all the bonuses Hondo gets, right? So, yeah, like I'd love to do that. So if we finish this in a reasonable time, I think that's the direction we go, is we go towards the Executor. because there's one thing I want to do, and I want to keep this account fleet focused, and not GL focused. My main account is GL chase to GL chase to GL chase. And one thing I find on that account that happens a lot is you get a few relics for some characters that you need. You get a few relics on some characters you really don't need. And then from there, you have a bunch of G11, G10, G12 garbage, you know? And not that some of these characters are bad, like I've been running my Jedi Knight Revan squad with a Relic 5 Jedi Knight Revan, Gear 12, Gear 12, Gear 12, and a Relic General Kenobi, which is currently Relic 7, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. However, I think it would be a lot better, and it'd be a lot better and consistent at beating Relic General Grievous teams if they had all their characters on up, which is one thing I'm working on right now, right? So I'm working on slowing down that account, and this account, I'd really like to learn from that one. And like I said, the big miss out on that account is the relics, right? A lot of characters here being stuck at gear 12 where they can't compete with these relic teams. I think next GAC we drop CLS and 5v5 on defense with Chupio. They're going to have a lot harder time with that team than the barely gear 12 Padme team. I mean, Padme team is Padme, Soka, Anakin, fives are Clone Sergeant, and then a gear 11 6-star General Kenobi. Like that's munching food for a good Jedi Knight Revan team. Easy sweep for a Darth Revan team. You know, um, I think that's really important for this account is that we make sure to take our teams to relics. We kind of ditched this team early because we want to move on to CLS. Same thing with our bounty hunters here. They're more of a way to get to Chewbacca than anything. And they're not really going to be scoring us big waves in territory battles anyways. So that was a team I was okay missing out on. But that being said, I'm not okay, you know, continuing to go under on these guys, and that's a big change I'm going to be taking with my main account here soon. But yeah, so uh, if you guys like the plan, like the direction of the account, please like and subscribe. Leave your comments below. One last thing before we go is I just want to point out the reason why we take our teams to relics, and show you guys what my CLS squad did even with Chupio only at relic 3. So we come over here to guilds and into our raids on down here. AAT raid came up today. Come over here and boom, 26 million damage. We started right around here with about 10% left in phase 2, and CLS ran over all this and Chupio carried. So that is why it is important to bring your teams to relics, because that would not have happened if they were not at relics. They would not have had the durability that they needed. As soon as they got to that last phase, they would have just been wiped. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys, if you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment on what you guys think about the game plan. Really kind of breakdown of the account going forward, in our next plans, because I think we're no longer going to be going and chasing Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Master Luke. I think we just go into the next fleet right after we finish Profundity. We can catch up on our GLs later. Um, yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, if you would please, down there. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Join us on the Discord server. We have fun conversations every day. If you like the content and you want to support me, please head on down to my Patreon. Link is in the description. All right, thanks, guys. Peace.